Hello, good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank guests for organizing this event and then inviting us to share our product and solution. Again, my name is Rena Loreja. So I've been working in Huawei for almost 9 years now. So based on my experience, I have a lot of projects in campus network, access network, as well as transport network. So today, my presentation will brief you on what new requirements and challenges to network data comms due to service changes during enterprise digital transformation. So it also introduced Huawei Datacom products and solution that will fully adapt network connectivity requirement during the digital transformation. So to begin with, first of all, let's take a look why Datacom plays so important role in the building a digital society and why an optimal datacom network is indeed or is needed during the digital transformation of services. So take an example for this one. So we have the China's digital policies. So the Chinese government has been doing a great importance to digital transformation. Uh, it put forward the digital China strategy. So basically, and announced the goal of building the digital society. This is also similar to other countries or similar like European and then African countries, which they are pushing the digital compass and then smart Africa. So driven by this, the IP network will serve as the main artery for data flowing. Basically, in the future, for data flowing, in the future, digital society will further advance the intelligent city management to achieve better city governance, improve people's livelihood services, and fuel up the industrial economy. So next, let's deep dive into the huge datacom industry. So as you can see here, we found that the entire datacom industry is undergoing a lot of changes. So back to those days, application and services were mainly deployed on local server. So basically, I think most of you guys are familiar with this one. The datacom network provides connections through which application on servers can be accessible from office PC and in the campus network. So actually, we called it the PC era. So, however, today, as you can see, most of the enterprise services are migrating already into the cloud. So most of the services are putting in the cloud. So for this reason, services carried on IP networks are changing. So basically, from such changes, the IP network need to fully ensure that service experience and reliability after enterprise services move from the local server to the remote cloud. So to simplify, basically the IP network were connectivity centric before, but now it became the cloud centric. So basically due to such changes, the IP network greatly changed as well, including the changing security landscape, the expanded management scope, the data traffic surge, and then continuous extension of network boundaries. So basically, there's a lot of new services that is coming to your network. Okay, in the future, no technology can replace the IP. The reason for it is the entire internet will be IP based already. In short, IP network will be the bridge between all communication technologies and services. Now let's take a look on the challenges or the 4 challenges of campus network. So as you can see here, based on the digital transformation trends, normally the number of user terminal connection increases a lot. So by 100 times compared to the, let's say a decade ago. So for multi-branch office, the network should be unified, and then services should run on one network. So which means you don't have a silo network. So before you have a separate network for your voice or maybe for your video and then to your data. So, and then lastly, we can see right now that 80% of the application will already run on the cloud. So the question is how to address those challenges. And then based on these trends, there are challenges that arise. So we have the first is the discontinuous Wi-Fi coverage, or we can easily call it dead spot, where some areas is not fully covered by wireless. So it's very common in an office environment that you can see that some areas has no Wi-Fi. Okay, so we call it a dead spot, or there are coverage holes. And as well as there is cross-domain fragile infrastructure, where in the policies from head office may be different from different branches. And third, we have the traditional command line interface that most of the engineers still using. And then this practice is doing the configuration of network devices. And then let's say you have hundreds of devices. So basically, it will be very tedious for you to configure one by one via CLI on your network switches. And then fourth, we have the most of the engineers are still dependent on the trouble ticket to help to identify and solve the problem. So basically, in such cases, the resolving of network problem is not so efficient. So those are the four challenges when you face the digital transformation. So basically, from those challenges in digital transformation trends, so in Huawei Office globally, we already addressed those challenges. And then we are using our iMaster NCE to automate the network infrastructure. We are also using the AI to manage the network operation maintenance. And this comes with three major features, such as SuperBrain. So SuperBrains allows you some intelligent operation maintenance across different domains of your network, from LAN, WAN, wired or wireless. We have also a strong cloud trust AI technology. And as well as we have the single controller that can support an end-to-end SDN automation for LAN, WAN, and LAN, WAN network. So second, we have the super networking. So super networking basically comes with the flexibility on your network. So by just adding some license or activating some license, you can easily upgrade your network. We have also some special product, which is the hybrid copper cable, which give you some long distance and then high bandwidth. Later on, I'll show you some of the features. And then some new switches that is capable to deliver or to support Wi-Fi 6 application with IPOE. And lastly, we have the super networking. First thing is I would like to mention the 8760. And currently, this model can support 16 spatial stream. And then based on the industry on the Wi-Fi 6, right now it has the highest performance in terms of wireless throughput. Okay. So as mentioned on the previous slides, that wireless connection increases a lot by almost 100 times compared, and we can see that wireless network can replace the wired network. So it allows also different types of innovative application to run on the wireless or Wi-Fi 6 network. So first, if you have 4K video conferencing that runs on 70 Mbps of bandwidth, and at least it is with requirement of 100 milliseconds of latency, so that one can run on the Wi-Fi 6. So we have also the immersive education, like AR or augmented reality and virtual reality, that requires first large bandwidth as well as a low latency. So if you run it to wired or maybe to Wi-Fi 5 or industry Wi-Fi 6, sometimes you can feel some dizziness because of the lags and then because of the latency requirement. And then third is for the factory automation. AGB, so our automated guided vehicles that also requires zero packet loss and 10 milliseconds of latency. So by the way, AGB is it's like automated system in manufacturing that requires that requires low latency but much lower bandwidth. So as you can see here, based on the comparison between wired Wi-Fi 5, industry Wi-Fi 6, actually Huawei Wi-Fi 6 can suffice all the requirement for large bandwidth, large bandwidth like 4K video conferencing, low latency, so like AR, VR, AGB application, and then high density user. So when you say high density user, like in some ports or maybe airports or maybe some areas that requires X number of user or high density users that that you can connect on a single access point. Huawei Wi-Fi 6 can also address wireless LAN coverage and independent networking. From the traditional wireless LAN infra, so the common problems are again dead spot. So you have also the co-channel interference and prone to in-roaming interaction. So actually in Huawei, we have this kind of 3D planning tools that we can easily plot the exact and effective positions of AP, whereby we can have the Wi-Fi full coverage. So basically, it can help you a lot in some deployment. Like example, you can easily deploy or you can easily plan out the 100K user in the campus in just 30 minutes of simulating in our, we call it actually WLAN planner. So it has also the 3D signal simulation that can demonstrate the roaming path. So roaming path is actually this one is being used to achieve lossless connection. And then we have also the industry unique 4-element smart antenna that increased the coverage by 20%. This means that we can reduce the number of AP in one deployment. So basically, it has much powerful antennas in one access point. So first thing, you can cover bigger area, and then you can less the investment on your access point. Lastly, we have the critical for some critical application that requires continuous connection, and then it has an AI-powered roaming technology as well that can avoid interruption, like as I mentioned before, like for an AGB application. Actually, with the great effort done by our R&D, this year we launched the all-new air engine Wi-Fi 6 that is ideal for all scenarios in an enterprise application. So actually, we have 4 to 5 models here. We have the Air Engine 5761, that's 11, and then 12W, 11W, and 12W. So it comes with dual radio that can provide you the wireless throughput of 1.75 Gbps. This one is applicable for some hotel room scenarios. So basically, as we experience, if you are an integrator, one of the challenges when it comes to an hotel deployment is basically the coverage. So some of the Wi-Fi deployment in a hotel scenario, the signal inside the room is very weak. So using this double signal strength, we have the double signal strength. We can easily penetrate some walls that has challenges that we encountered before. The second, we have the Air Engine 5761, that's 11. So this one is applicable is ideal or applicable for wider coverage application, including stores and supermarkets. So as you can see, we can give you a much longer or greater distance of coverage. That in result, we can less the number of, we can at least minimize the number of access point that we will be deployed in certain areas. So Air Engine 5761, that's 11, comes with dual radio, 2+2, and then it can reach up to 1.75 Gbps of wireless 3+1. If you require some lossless roaming, especially for mobile office, We have also the Air Engine 5761-21. It comes with a dual radio 2+4 up that can reach a 5.36 Gbps of wireless throughput. So this one is applicable to some scenario like mobile office and then in some manufacturing environment or scenario. So lastly, we have the Air Engine 6761 that's 21T. It comes with a triple radio that is ideal for high density user. It can also be deployed in some electronic classrooms, convention halls, and other that requires high density user. For standard structured cabling, normally 100-meter distance, Cat6 or maybe Cat6, Cat5e is 100-meter distance is the limitation. But the question is, how about if you need a much longer distance, especially if you need if you want to deploy it in a Wi-Fi 6 application that requires both longer reach or distance for cabling and at least 10 Gbps of connectivity. Huawei hybrid copper fiber cable has the following advantage. This can reach 300 meters of distance, optional for 10 GB of connectivity as well as 25 GB with 100 watts of PoE power supply. So it comes with also with the industry thinnest 6 millimeter hybrid copper fiber cable. So basically, if you want to use this one, you need to connect it into two ports. So first is for the electrical port, and the second is you can connect it to. It should be connected to the fiber port. So some of the another thing is that needs to be highlighted is the protection that the built-in protection that it has. It has the 6 kb outdoor surge protection as well. On the right side of this slide, on the right side of this slide, you can see that the comparison between the hybrid copper cable to Cat6 augmented. So it can reach 3 times PoEs with PoE distance. It can also it has also multiple 10G uplinks, and then the lifespan of the cable also is 5 times higher compared to the traditional Cat5e or Cat6. And we can also lower the cost by almost 30% using this hybrid copper fiber cable. Okay, so this next slide is showing our RTU or right to use license on option. Actually, the main reason we need to upgrade the network is maybe in the next 3 to 5 years is that new application requires a higher bandwidth. So maybe initially your existing bandwidth or downlink from your switches or access switches or maybe aggregation switches or even core switch is just enough. But later on, if there are new services that runs on your network, maybe you need a much higher bandwidth. For the initial investment on the network infra, as I mentioned, maybe for the access, 1 GE or 2.5 GE for access is enough. 10 GE for aggregation is enough, and then for from your distribution to core connectivity, maybe 10 G is enough. But the question is, how about for future demand? Basically, in our solution, we have this RTU features, or we call it right to use, whereby you can upgrade your network infra by just activating the license without changing your initial investment on your equipment. So basically, if you need to upgrade your bandwidth for your access and aggregation and even core switch, you just need to buy some additional license. So no need for you to change your current investment. So as you can see here, from 1 gig on your access, we can upgrade it to 2.5 and even to 5G. From 10G, by just adding RTU license, we can increase it to 25, and then for the core switch from 40G, and then by just adding by the RTU license, we can increase it to 100G. So in short, we can lessen the capex, or we can at least save. We can have the capex savings by in total of 38%. So this one is very flexible in terms of future demand on your network. Applicable for Wi-Fi 6 AP deployment. So as you can see, Wi-Fi 6 requires first a large bandwidth. Using the Wi-Fi 6, the minimum requirement is at least 1.75 Gbps on the inter-level inter-level access point, and then it can reach on the top of the line access point. It requires at least 10 Gbps of bandwidth. So the Cloud Engine PIT7 36-S, it comes with 24 ports multi-GE switch on all ports, and then that is capable also to upgrade, or it can be upgradable to 10 Gbps of for each downlink. So it comes with one form factor, so one lang siya. So and then by combining all of the licenses, you can have 15 choices based on this model. So you can just upgrade a specific number of ports, and then you can have at least a combination of at least different downlink on your switch. So you have the choices of upgrading it to GE to 2.5, 5G, and then 10G. So maybe in some of your application, you only require some of your ports requires only some minimum of 2.5 or 5G or even 10G. So again, you can have a mix and match combination on your downlink ports. So another advantage is also we can have 90 watts PoE with only one network cable. So PoE plus plus is applicable for some Wi-Fi 6 AP deployment, and as well as some high definition IP cameras that requires really high PoE power coming from the PoE switch. Okay, so we know that enterprise network includes many systems. And actually at Huawei, we use the most advanced technology to unify and build them into one. Actually, the iMaster NC can be used in a full life cycle of deployment starting from day zero. So basically, we can use the iMaster NC, or we can utilize the iMaster NC on the network topology planning. So network topology planning and design, as well as some network resources planning. So from the network topology design, normally the traditional way is you need to draw it in your piece of paper or maybe in some of your application. So using the iMaster NC, you can plot and then you can drag and drop the network topology design on your network, and then you can do that. You can do all that on the iMaster NC. And then for the wireless LAN planning, so basically you can also lay out the exact location of your access point, and then you can overlay it on your floor plan. So in such a way, you can minimize the time of doing the AP planning or wireless LAN planning. So during day one, so on Wi-Fi 6, as an example, we can just scan the QR code of the access point, and then the access point will automatically connect to the cloud or to your network by just adding or scanning the QR code on the back of your access point. So in this way, it will be easier for the network operation maintenance or the engineers to add or to expand your network in your Wi-Fi. And we have also using the iMaster NC, we can we can unify the network on the LAN one and then on your network infrastructure. So basically, you have the full visibility on your network, on your operation and maintenance. And then here, here I would like to introduce our new function on iMaster NCE Campus. That is, we call it the intent-based intent verification with our unique data plane verification, or we call it the DBP technology. We can achieve the manual verification time, and then from hours to minute before service rollout. And then we have also some key advantage that is these are the new function. So first, you have the network-wide snapshot. Actually, comes with it helps to do some comparison that helps quickly back up the network-wide information, and then we can also quickly detect some inconsistency on locating some fault quickly. Second, it comes with real-time subnet connectivity, verification, and multi-path. It actually helps quickly identify fault network elements, and as well as third is we have the terminal access that is simulated in real time. We can verify the accuracy for terminal access permission, and this helps to ensure secure and trustworthy network. So let's watch the video for the comprehensive capability of our iMaster NCE on the DPP, or data plane verification.
iMaster NCE Campus uses DPV, which is short for Data Plane Verification, to provide comprehensive intelligent verification capabilities. Enabling snapshot management allows iMaster NCE Campus to back up the any topologies, configurations, routes, and entries on an entire network. By comparing snapshots, iMaster NCE Campus can identify any changes and rapidly locate network faults. With subnet simulation, iMaster NCE Campus can comprehensively verify network connectivity and traffic forwarding paths. For example, we can easily see that all equal cost routes are verified on the topology to ensure that network connectivity and paths meet the configuration expectations. Enabling the access simulation function allows iMaster NCE Campus to comprehensively verify user rights. For example, it can check whether user rights meet certain requirements and whether user rights go beyond the specified scope after configuration delivery. iMaster NCE Campus simplifies network verification with unrivaled intelligence.
Okay, so actually on this next slide, basically the fully wireless network and cloudification of service make the network management very complex, as we know. And then the question is how to easily keep the network up and running and deliver some application quality assurance is actually the major challenges to all network operation team. So in Huawei, we have the AI big data that we need. AI big data. Basically, this is what we need. And then for Huawei solution, we adopt an AI-based intelligent operation maintenance system to continually analyze the experience of each user for each very critical or crucial application. This kind of AI can also detect each moment on the entire campus network. Besides this intelligent operation maintenance, after our campus insight proactively detects almost 85% of potential faults and rectifies faults in just a minute. So again, let's watch the video of our campus insight and how it detects the network problem.
Huawei iMaster NCE Campus Insight can precisely identify more than 1,000 widely used applications, including Zoom and Skype, and collect traffic usage statistics of these applications in real time. Campus Insight also uniquely adopts EMDI and IPCA 2.0 technologies, as well as AI algorithms to detect application quality in real time and locate faults in minutes. In short, Huawei iMaster NCE Campus Insight delivers superb user experience with unrivaled intelligent O&M.
Okay, so our Huawei next generation autonomous driving network management and then control system. We are also using the iMaster NC in a data center scenario, campus networks one and some branches scenario. The cloud managed platform integrates management, control, analysis, and it has also some artificial intelligence AI function that can provide the full cycle of automation of the network. And these are the key features of our iMaster NCE. So first, we have the automated service interpretation. So basically, it extracts intent models through the library containing containing all of those information. So second is the optimal network recommendation. Third, we have the automated network change verification, and as well as we have the automated network optimization on your operation and maintenance. So actually, in the past, an enterprise global networks were connected using switches first, and then several private lines are provisioned. So basically, that's the traditional way of the previous network. So the question is what we do today for enterprise network requirement. So first, an enterprise services need to move from the PC era, as mentioned before, to cloud era, or we call it that may require an SD-WAN solution. So Huawei's SD-WAN is model-driven. With Huawei SD-WAN, the network we see is no longer the interface, and what we see now is the entire network. And then integration becomes very simple and then easy using the iMaster NCE. Second is the Huawei SD-WAN excels at network simulation because previously in the past, when you wanted to add new devices or device, you need to check the resource management or your resources in the system and verify if there are sufficient resources. And then you can perform the configuration manually, maybe using the CLI or by using the script. And this was very inconvenient and then very inefficient. So Huawei SD-WAN network simulation, we can simulate it through which device configuration can be automatically generated based on the multi-layer algorithm and then pushed to network devices. So basically using the iMaster NC, you can configure all of your configuration and then it will be pushed to your network devices on your one network. And then this approach is to ensure the zero error services, especially if you have a lot of devices or network elements on your one network. Lastly, the SD-WAN supports an end-to-end one-click deployment. The entire network can be managed in an end-to-end manner. So basically, you can ensure some fast network provisioning without manual intervention. So all of the things can be done automatically on the iMaster NCE. Okay, so traditional cross data center interconnect usually use the fiber channels. So I think most of the enterprise market now customers are still using the fiber channel links. But the biggest characteristic of fiber channel links is absolutely it has the zero packet loss. But in a long distance Ethernet transmission scenario, actually there are some challenges wherein the packet loss rate may reach to 0.2%. For example, if you have some data center to data center connectivity, so if you're using the Ethernet or the fiber channel connectivity, can have much bigger packet loss to 0.2%. So for our solution, we have the Huawei hyper-converged DCN solution. It includes the iMaster NCE. Again, this is an all-in-one system that integrates management control analysis. And then Huawei has defined its Cloud Fabric 3.0 hyper-converged data center network, which has the advantage, or which has four advantage. The first one, it has an intelligent operation maintenance, which proactively detects 90% of faults. Second is the full life cycle automation from day zero to day end. You have the full automation on your network infra, which result you can reduce the manual configuration by 90%. Third is the active alt Ethernet storage network, which can reduce the inter-DC or data center interconnection links by 90%. Lastly, we have the all Ethernet HPC network that can support ultra large scale zero packet loss networking. Thereby, we can unleash the computing power by 100%. Basically, in terms of product and solution, Huawei have the complete end-to-end data communication portfolio. From the campus network, we have the switches that comes with different flavors that can be deployed in a different scenario, from the intra-level to high-end networking requirement. So we have also the wide area network. By the way, for the campus network, again, aside from the switches, we have also the latest Wi-Fi 6 access point that comes with the industry highest performance in terms of wireless throughput. We have also the wide area network products. So this one can be used in a much bigger scale of deployment. So we have the backbone routers, the meta routers that can provide you a backbone of choices of 40G, 100G, even up to 400G. And then for some data center application, we have also a data center switches that can be used as your top of rack switches. And then this product solution comes with modular and fixed configuration, so we can easily tailor fit the solution based on per industry requirement. From the continuous innovation of our R&D, we have the rapid advancement on the datacom products and solution. From this innovation, Huawei make lead in the industry, and we have product that has the leading capability. From the first in the industry that has the highest performance in the industry. We have also highest performance in the industry. And then last year, Huawei developed the world's first Wi-Fi 6 air engine Wi-Fi 6 that comes with 16T and 16R, or 16 spatial stream, or resulting to 10.75 Gbps of wireless throughput. And currently, we hold the fastest Wi-Fi 6 in the industry. We have also the data center switch cloud engine 16800, which end-to-end performance of 400G, and becoming the high density in the industry in terms of data center switch application. And then we have also the industry first 5G AR, and then those innovative Huawei data products and equipment is actually ready for future demand. Okay. And then from the 26 years of continuous development on our datacom product, actually Huawei achieves almost 430 plus IETF RFC contribution from different solution domain. So basically from Ethernet, Flex E, wireless LAN, 5G, segment routing network, and then making us the #1 contributor in terms of to those different domains. And just to highlight, in terms of our product line, we are on the top spot in the Wi-Fi 6 IPv6 plus, networking slicing, and then 400G technology. And then these are on the left side of my slides. You can see here, these are the number of support groups contributing those numbers. So we have 14 global R&D centers that has 100 plus scientists and top experts, and from different domains, and thousands of them are R&D professional. And then and also Huawei is heavily investing on R&D with an average of 15% of its revenue is invested in the R&D. Just to mention, most of the vendors are only investing less than 10% of their revenue, but for Huawei, we're investing almost 15%. So among those products, we are highly recognized by the industry organization and achieves awards from Campus Switch, for example. We got 2020 Gartner Campus Switch Enabling Technology Leadership Award. For wireless solution, Huawei positioned as the Forrester Strong Performance. For data center switches, Huawei got award from Forrester on the programmable switch. And then our product and solution are positioned as strong performer or leadership for and leader on some different domains. So in summary, we use 4-engine solution, and these are the Wi-Fi 6 air engine that has the highest wireless throughput in the industry. For the cloud campus network, we have the cloud engine switch for data center application, and then hyper-converged DCN. And then we have also the net engine for intelligent cloud network 1 and high-tech engine for cybersecurity. With our future-proof solution, we wish that you could choose Huawei Intelligent IP network solution to accelerate your industry digital transformation. If you have some question, maybe you can just put your question on the message box. So that will be my presentation. Again, good morning, everyone. Thank you.